It's not throwing his calf kick.
Straight left hand through the guard there.
You know, it's a left-sided strike. So we have to think opposite. We have to think about the right side of our body. So I'm loaded here. I don't want to think about my left leg and my left arm because that makes me push the punch in. I want to think about two things if we keep it really simple. First one is back heel. This was a massive changing point for me in landing liver shots. I had a fight in Bellator, I went to decision, I won it. I landed a lot of liver shots. And forearms gloves, that should have took the guy out. That should have really hurt the guy. But then when I'm watching the slow-mos back, this is happening. I'm up on the toes of my back leg. What does this mean? If I throw a liver shot as hard as I can, and there's no weight on my back leg, even unpadded here, unprotected, if I throw a liver shot as hard as I can, but my back foot's up off the floor, I don't cause any damage to him, I just move myself around.
Does that mean as hard as you can?
You can't throw it very hard, there's no weight on your back leg. So if I end up here, and there's no weight on my back leg, even if I try as hard as I can to put a big edge into it, I just pull myself off balance. I'm literally punching with my arm, the smallest muscles in my body. I want to use my hips, my back. So I set myself in position, and the main cues I want you to think of. I want to pull this back heel into the floor to land a solid shot. That's the main difference. When I started to get body shot knockouts, body shot TKOs, that back heel is always in the floor because it allows me to hit through the target and keep my base instead of knocking myself off balance. So we same setup here. When you practice, take the time. You can spend like 2-3 seconds here, and then go and throw it slowly like that. Heel into the floor. Boom. So we're going heel up, heel down. In terms of upper body, I want you to completely forget your left arm even exists, even if forget it's even attached to your body, because what we're going to focus on is this right shoulder forward and back. What that does is it makes sure we engage all the big muscles of our core, all the big muscles of our back, and it gets us rotating. So we do the same thing to get in position. Here, I'm looking at his eyes, I'm looking at his head. Even when I land a liver shot, I don't want to give him that telegraph where I look down. Again, that messes up my body position. If I start to look down, it puts me in a bad position in the clinch. If you do, try and grab my head. So here, in, keeping the eyes up. Right heel down, right shoulder back. Right heel down, right shoulder back. We're in a perfect position to do so because of the little slip we made there. So, to the top of the head. Slip, remember that serves 3 functions. It's a fake, it gets my head offline, it sets my body in position. Now I want that right heel down and right shoulder back. You can either, if you're taking it in the drills, you can either do as Harry did there, turn your abs into it, just so, you know, get a little bit of conditioning. You can either just throw it light, or put the back of your glove as a little target, if you want a little bit of protection.
How hard are you throwing to it? Like what sort of percentage are you putting in there?
For this drill, I want everyone throwing it light, because you'll learn it much better by going at like 20% and feeling the right spot on the body that you want to hit, rather than swinging it. We're not going for power, we're going for position.
If your technique's perfect, you should not be putting much physical effort in at all. You should still be getting a bit of power just through the connect chain. Like, I'm not really putting any effort into that and it's still a thud, whereas if I'm here and I don't put effort in, it literally just tickles in. Whereas if you get this shoulder movement, it's almost like it's hard not to hit with that little bit of force.
You can hear the differences, like boom.
Yeah, you want
instead of
more
whack.
That was actually a massive difference, because I didn't get any KOs or knockouts for about 6 fights in. My first 6-7 fights, I didn't get any KOs or knockouts, and now I'm on a win streak where most of them are KOs and knockouts. And the big change in training is I started focusing on the position of my body and doing 70% of my rounds on the back, half the speed, 60% of the speed. You don't have to go hard all the time to hit powerfully. That'll actually reduce your power, because all you're going to learn to do is tense up constantly, control yourself out of position. Nice and slow. Grab your partner, go.